All right.
Seriously, what the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Strong Arm Flix. What's up, Jeffrey?
Nothing. Just want a little bit about the Final Fantasy 16 pre-launch stream. So can't wait for that game to come out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That sounds, dude, I can't wait neither, man. I haven't seen nothing really from it. I've had a lot of downtime, man, lately, and it's crazy, man. It's just been crazy. Finally, like I was telling you, I'm getting back, finally feeling like myself. And, man, I'm been keeping up with quite a lot of shit that's been going on. Some things I have missed. I'm not gonna lie. Some things that I do still need to catch up on. But for the most part, man, it's good to be back. I've been going through a hell of a lot of struggle lately, So let's see what we got in the building. Another one person I want to say what up to is Pedro. He's been consistently on the videos, communicating with me. So what's up, Pedro?
Hey, Pedro.
And I just want to give Pedro a big shout out. And if anybody like I said, this is also open panel. I'm gonna put the link right in, not the description. I'm gonna put it right in the chat. So if any of you guys would like to join me and Jeffrey today, or here in a little bit, let me know. Let me get into the video first, and then afterwards, if you guys would like to join the panel tonight, we are having an open panel for Pedro, for anybody who wants to. Pedro, what a mess, what a mess. That's what we're here to discuss. Slipknot fan, what's up?
Hey.
And the jumper, he said, what's up, Jeffrey?
Hey.
Man, he said, finally, a live stream. What up, big dog? What's going on? Daniel Martin, what's happening? Oh, wrong cut. There we go. Hey, Frank C. Hey, everybody. What's going on, everyone? How are we all doing? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing this weekend? I know it's the end of the weekend, but nonetheless, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I really do. Man, Jeffrey, so man, have you did you see that video that I did with the small update with Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna drop. I wanted to make a video on that forever because I really do. I'm not so much a big fan of the MCU as I am Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Deadpool's always been outside the MCU, and I've always really liked Deadpool too. I really want to. I'm interested to see that team up, see that chemistry that Deadpool and Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I know they're gonna fight first. They're gonna fight. I really want to see them throw hands. But yeah, I dropped that the other day. DC news, man. DCEU, we were approaching our final installments of the DCEU. Technically, we've got two. We've got The Flash, which I believe is actually out in some territories right now.
Yeah.
It's June 11th. It's not out where I'm at, not in theaters, not quite yet.
Yep.
So we have The Flash. Then we have, at the end of this year, we have Aquaman 2, I believe The Lost Kingdom, is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yep. So the DCEU effectively coming to a close at the hands of James Gunn. And, these are the movies that have been in the pipeline. We all know that for a while. Flash has been heating up. They're just dropping shit left and right. And, I just wanted to talk to you guys because about this. I don't know if you guys have been watching and seeing all the reviews from YouTubers, from internet personalities, from social medias, to regular fans, to celebrities, to all over the place, right? Reviews, feedback, all that shit. A lot of people that have straight up seen the entire movie, early screenings. They talked about it over on Shill Abdul's channel as well. Skywalker the Jedi did. Skywalker confirmed when he was on Shill's channel that the movie is canon to Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it also does its own thing, which is something that we pretty much knew. We just wanted to know, hey, did they with Zack's continuity though and destroy that, And basically the consensus was, from what I gathered, and again, I have not seen the movie for myself, is that no, they did not tamper with, alter, or fuck with Zack's continuity or his timeline. That basically it just leaves the door open off to the side. They do their own thing. They leave there's some connectivity, mainly in the beginning, to Zack's Justice League. They leave, from what I hear, they leave the door open down the road to where Zack could come back or not, or whatever. That universe is still there. That's probably the best that we could have hoped for with the situation with this movie. The amount of creatives and the amount of people that worked on the script, the amount of directors and creatives that have changed throughout the production process, the reshoots, the extensive reshoots, and everything that's happened with this movie. I'd say that we, in that regard, we should take it as a win. I think that when it comes to Zack's continuity, at least we don't have to worry about this movie, no matter whether it does good, whether it does bad, that this is not erasing the Snyderverse, and it is not going to fuck with Zack's continuity. Also, we do have some kind of news that's kind of disheartening. They cut the Ben Affleck Batman Lost in Time apocalyptic fuck.
Oh yeah.
End credit scene has been confirmed. They cut it from the movie. It is not part of it. And what they have replaced it with, slight spoiler. Apparently, from what I hear, again, spoiler. Apparently, it's Barry, and it's the Flash and Aquaman. It's Barry and it's Barry and Jason Momoa. They're at a bar, and it just gets silly as fuck at the bar, and Aquaman gets fall over drunk, and it's some kind of cheesy couple of one-liner jokes, and they ended up replacing it with that instead. I don't need to go any more into detail into what that end credit scene is, because again, it's a spoiler alone. I don't want to spoil whatever it is, because I haven't got all the details, and honestly, I'd rather it remain like that. I don't want to know everything about everything in the movie, but but yeah, that's kind of disheartening. I'd have to say, that's kind of disheartening. The other thing is that I want to say to you guys is that I want to know with you guys is, where do we stand with Andy Muschietti's Flash movie? Because on one hand, I absolutely know that this is going to be the unofficial goodbye. Until there's an announcement made, until Zack, until there's a change of heart at the studio, or Zack announces something, this will be the last official dive into anything Snyderverse related at all will be in this movie with Zack Snyder's Justice League continuity. Despite it being a small minor details and small role in the movie, this will be like our last time, and we're still missing people out of the JL cast, but this will be our last time to say goodbye basically to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, to basically almost Jason Momoa as Aquaman, to Ezra Miller as the Flash, to Zod, to General Zod, to Feora, to the actors that play them, from the actual Snyderverse, and maybe one or two other surprise characters. But to say to one last time to see Ben Affleck as Batman, from the Snyderverse. This will, and yes, Henry Cavill will not be in the movie. They do got a scene that's been leaked where it's CGI. They show him from far away on a TV screen, which the leak was real 2 years ago when they said this shit, because I seen the footage leaked online.
Yeah.
And it shows him when they mention Superman, and it shows him like up in the sky, laser beaming some shit in a city where it's smoking, and he's like, I don't know if he's fighting someone saving the city, but it's like, I don't know.
Going up against a volcano or something.
Yeah, basically it was like an Easter egg, in my opinion, to set up fucking his Man of Steel 2 movie that they scrapped.
Yeah.
Yep. But of course, at the same time, they filmed it in a way to where it's not blatantly disrespectful, because if it really was Cavill, they would be using CGI during that instance with him flying and laser beaming, and it was really far away and shit. But still, they did it in a way to where they could film it without fucking Cavill, but they used Cavill's likeness.
Yep.
There's certain areas in The Flash where the special effects look extremely well done, and then there is definitely some scenes where it looks like trash, son. Now, again, I don't know if them are going to be patched up by the time, we go to the movie theaters, but from what I've heard from a couple of people that have seen it, some of them scenes definitely didn't get the CGI completely finished. There's still a couple of scenes, not nearly as many as they thought there'd be, where the scenes were definitely lacking in the CGI department, and it looked like, yeah. But then there was multiple areas where it looked phenomenal. So it's kind of a mixed bag, which is kind of, to be honest with you guys, what I expected at the best case scenario.
Yeah, because from what I hear, this is the last recorded budget that I heard that the Flash is doing, like with combining all of the reshoots and the director changes and the stuff and rewrites and stuff like that. As of right now, from the last time I heard, the budget for the Flash movie is $300.
Or $300 million.
Yeah, $300 million. So I do.
And you know why I believe that, Jeffrey? Because months ago, like almost 4 months ago, maybe longer, the budget was confirmed all over the internet, maybe longer. It's been confirmed for a while, but it was confirmed to be over $220 million like 5 months ago.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So, and you got to realize that is not taking into consideration all the last-minute special effects, touch-ups, cameos, swaps, trying to keep people on their toes, reshoots, additional photography. This film is definitely got a budget that's higher than fucking BVS, hands down. And BVS was like around $250 million. They're trying their best to try to hide and keep what the real budget is, but I'm telling you right now, the budget has got to be damn close to $300 million. Yeah. And I already figured that. I was just waiting to see an update, because we haven't had an update on what the budget is after all the shit said and done. And then I'm not even talking about the marketing. And the marketing, the marketing was insane. The marketing for this movie was definitely double. Was definitely more than what the budget was. Because I can't remember the last time I seen Warner Brothers go this hard in the last 10 plus years for any movie. Period.
Yep. And really, I really want people to really think about this. There were two articles about there was Stephen King and Tom Cruise came out where they basically kind of gave their own kind of basic thoughts on the movie, which was very similar. Both of those tweets and what they were saying were very similar in a lot of ways. Both of them saying something along the lines of, I don't normally watch superhero movies all that often, but The Flash is definitely worth the hype. It was really kind of odd with the placing of that.
Yeah, yes. And the audio stream is lagging, guys. Yeah, I see that for some reason. My connection is unstable, it's saying. Hold on. We're lagging, they're saying, Jeffrey.
Oh.
Hold on 1 second. You know what I'm going to do? Let me, in the meantime, till this connection, I don't know why that would be like that. Hold on. Move this up maybe a little bit. Let me double check something real quick and see what's going on here. Okay. It went up and it went down. Why the hell is it so unstable? That's strange. You usually get really good connection right here. Hold on, guys. Just work with me for a minute. Work with me. Up here more. Let's see if I put it right here, maybe. I've got a wireless, what about now, guys? I need some feedback in the chat. Let me know if our audio is lagging right now. Everybody, so we can continue on.
Slipknot says the stream seems fine to him.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. All right. What about now, guys? Everything okay, or?
For me, it's like your camera is lagging, but your audio is in sync.
That's weird. My camera on my end looks crystal clear. That's strange. Huh. Anyway, either way, guys. Well, I'm gonna try and let's see. Dan, let me see. Let me just give a shout out. Let's see who we got in here. Game City Savior, what's going on? What up now? Dig the Superman picture, bro. I dig it.
Yep.
Adrian C said garbage ass CGI.
And I'm gonna be honest. I did see the Flash trailer in IMAX when I went to see Across the Spider-Verse, and yeah, the CGI, when people were comparing the 2017 the Justice League Steppenwolf to PS2 graphics, to me the Flash CGI was really more like Fortnite in a lot of areas.
Yeah, there was definitely some areas where it was spotty. Yeah, there was definitely some areas where it was spotty. There we go. Wi-Fi is back, finally. There we go. All right. I mean, I got full bars now. I don't know what I did. I don't know. But yeah, and I wanted to address this. I wanted to pull this up, guys, because Michael Shannon, he is a real dude. That's a real
He's a
motherfucker, man.
real dude.
It's a real motherfucker right there, because he came out and was just kept talking about how great and brilliant Man of Steel was and how lovely Zack Snyder was. And he flat out told them, like, I'm not going to do the Flash movie unless Zack says it straight. And he called up Zack. Zack was like, oh, I appreciate it, man, but no, go ahead. It's all right. And, you know, he talked in this and said that, you know, he did it, but he said that he doesn't, you know, that he doesn't think that the scenes that he did, man, you know what? Let's pull it up. Let's pull this up real quick, guys, and let's see what he said exactly about the Flash. Hold on. Actually, we should be able to find it on Google. Yeah, I bet WB. I bet Warner Brothers was like, damn it, Michael Shannon, shut the hell up. They're like, damn it. You know, I'm happy somebody's keeping it real. But right here, I love this. In a frank discussion with Collider, Michael Shannon revealed his honest sentiments regarding returning to the character, which he did under one condition for the upcoming DC movie. Shannon expressed dissatisfaction with the multiverse storytelling approach utilized by The Flash, likening it to someone playing with action figures. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, there's actually a bit of irony to this. Like, if you follow me on Twitter, I basically made a whole entire thread on why I was kind of like on the fence on the Flash movie as a whole. Like, I'll probably send you the thread when we're done with the stream.
Okay.
But I pretty much said the exact same thing. Like, this was pretty much my exact same sentiments with this. Like, I was thinking the exact same thing, where it kind of just feels like they're just going around and saying, hey, let's get this guy over here, let's get that guy over here. So
Yeah.
then when I found out, like, a few hours later about Michael Shannon saying this, I actually laughed out loud because I was thinking the exact same thing.
And look at this is what we expected. I know that this is an honest review. Like, again, he's not saying the movie's terrible, but what he's saying is again, what is the overarching story? You guys had all this potential to utilize this and build something ginormously, massively creative out of this, and instead, you know, you guys are using the woo and ah about cameos in the multiverse to tease people with something with no overarching story. You remove the creative, Zack Snyder, and you guys still don't know what you're doing. The whole multiverse and the whole story that they're telling about Flashpoint, they should have just did a Flash origin change when they went through all these creative changes during the creative hell that this movie was stuck in limbo for years. They should have just scrapped the Flashpoint idea when they didn't have a creative. They knew they didn't have a creative, and then they knew that they were going to reboot for like 2 years before they announced it. You know, they knew they were. They just, you know, wanted to get the person that they wanted, which was James Gunn, in an official, you know, role to be able to do it. And it's like, you knew for like some time what you were going to do with this universe. So why didn't you scrap that Flashpoint story idea and just do a Flash origin movie similar to how they did Wonder Woman? But do it like to where you don't have to dive deep into the Snyderverse shit, you know, make sure it's continuity to some degree, and do your own thing, and let the movie do whatever it's gonna do. You know, for them to put this much pressure on the movie to where now they've spent so much money, it's gotta be a banger, you know? Yep. Game City. What's up now?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Game
What
City?
y'all talking about?
Oh, about we're talking about the Flash and about do you think that that the best approach when Warner Brothers knew for probably a good year to a year and a half that they were going to be scrapping this universe and that they didn't have an overarching story to tell and that there wasn't going to be no room to, why do a Flashpoint storyline that you're going to bastardize when you could have just did, you know, a simple origin movie with Barry Allen and the Flash and stuck to like Central City? Because I've seen some reviews that talk about it at one point, and some of the things that Michael Shannon is saying as well, they don't really elaborate it in this comment. I could dig up, I could dig up the original comment with the full quote and everything, but it's basically like what he was saying is that, you know, it's not bad, it's not terrible. The movie's not terrible, it's not bad, but he's saying that, you know, basically what he's saying is this, that he did not enjoy the way that they went at the multiverse storytelling and the way they utilized it. And he basically compared it to, you know, just playing with your action figures, something fun for a quick minute, but nothing really to talk about or to take away from it of substance.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah. I think I don't know how much they changed the movie, but if Andy had an idea, I hope they stuck with it, and then maybe at the end some kind of, what do you call it, end credit teaser or whatever, or something.
Yeah.
They should just let Barry run off into the Speed Force and get lost, and then just let what's his name, James Gunn, do whatever he wants, start his universe off instead of trying to destroy his one.
Yeah, I think that would have been better.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, like really, that's what has me worried for Aquaman 2, because there was like, I think it was either James Wan or Jason Momoa that said this a while back. Like it was about a month ago, where one of them said that basically during post-production, they've completely changed the original idea of Aquaman 2. So I think Aquaman 2 is going to be a very interesting experience for everyone because that being said.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, you remember that, I think that's kind of what you're getting at too, but you remember where they said that Jason Momoa came out not long ago and there was a direct quote from him, and he said that because of the different regime changes and the direction that they're changing the DCEU in, that they've already completely reshot Aquaman the Lost Kingdom like twice now.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
The entire movie. He said that they've already like completely reshot the movie as of that quote, which was a couple months ago, like 2 months ago, not quite 2 months ago, maybe, but at that point that they've already reshot the entire movie twice.
Yeah, like that. In
his comments, he sounded like he was worried too. The way that he didn't like come off like, you know, squeamish or say anything negative, but the way that it came off, there was like this, when you read it, the quote in the interview, it was like, it came off like there was a little worry in the air. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with this movie with Andy, hopefully they did let Andy do what he wanted to do, but we already know that a lot of the things that they wanted to implement, that they already did. You know, they really wanted to push for certain things in this movie, like with Michael Keaton. They wanted, they wanted to get rid of they wanted to make Michael Keaton front and center as Batman initially. Haman and them, they wanted to make him like the new Batman moving forward, put him in the Batgirl movie and in multiple other projects, which I like Keaton. It's just, I don't think that the Flash movie was the way. Like, maybe you can introduce him as a cameo. I heard that his role in the movie is actually really good though. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I don't think that moving forward after this, that the way to go was to Like again, if you're rebooting, then hey, do your thing, whatever. But if, prior to them announcing the reboot, when they had it to where he's going to appear, then he's just going to take over as Batman. He was in the, in this project. I'm like, how does that make sense?
Yeah, because I actually remember that whole thing where basically I forgot who exactly it was that started it, but I do remember a lot of the news outlets saying that he's going to be playing like a Nick Fury role when that news is going to come around. And I was like, how's that going to work?
Right, exactly. Koj said Snyder isn't on board, so it's not canon. Like Aquaman onwards. I love Aquaman as its own Elseworld, but it's not canon to Snyderverse, in my opinion. I think it's Snyderverse light. That's what I consider it. Because the original Aquaman was the first movie ever outside of the Snyderverse, and it was probably, out of all the movies that have came out since, the closest to Snyderverse continuity. You know what I mean? Even
though it's like not canon, even though it's like consistently like canon to the. Here's how I see Aquaman. Like, I see Aquaman as kind of like, you can say that it's connected to both Justice League and the Snyder Cut, because I actually did this. I watched the Snyder Cut and then Aquaman, and even though it is confirmed that in the Snyder Cut Aquaman's dad is dead, you can still kind of see it as like kind of like a Snyderverse light situation.
Right.
And so, yeah, I do agree with that Snyderverse light situation that you said, because like as Aquaman as a character, it is a very good transition to the Aquaman movie.
Right.
But then
once it goes on, it kind of, it does its own thing, and the thing is I think that if the Flash, what I always thought, right, for the Flash movie, with all the circumstances, us knowing that it's not, Zach's been long removed, we know that, we want what we want, but we know what we're getting, right? So I always thought that the best case scenario would be for them to try to tread as close as they could to the formula of the original Aquaman, but do a Flash type of deal with that kind of, tone and Snyderverse light without going full fucking, what they've been doing with all these other movies that have came out, which is too much into the bullshit where people are just like not having it, not just people just straight boycotting shit and just not, not showing up and by the drones and, but I mean, that's what I always thought. And it sounds like maybe they did try to strike that line, but how close they got to it, we won't know till we see it for ourselves. All we got is people that have seen it, what they've had to say, reviews, and etc. And Koj in the building, want to say, what up, Koj, my dog? Always good to see Koj in here. Love Koj, it's my brother right there. He said Michael Shannon is legit.
Yeah.
Shannon also wanted to say, but I know he can't because of contract issues, that he was supposed to mention Cavill in The Flash. Gunn should just step down. This is career suicide. He's not fit for the job. I feel the same way, but he's got a lot of people trying to ride for him too, brother. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is that bothers me is because I think that I want to know your guys' thoughts. Like, will you go see this movie when it comes out where you're located at in theaters? Will you go see this? What is everybody's consensus on this? Are you going to see the movie? Are you not going to see the movie? Let me know. And people that missed the live stream, let me know in the chat, because again, the situation is what it is. We've known what the situation is for quite some time with this movie. It's still, Zach's character, Zach's Flash, still Zach's Batman. We're going to see Gail's Wonder Woman. We're going to see, even if it's a cameo, we're going to see Jason Momoa's Aquaman, what, Zod, Fayora from Man of Steel. This will be like kind of like the last time we see this many characters from directly from the Snyderverse. Despite whether you like who's directing it or what direction they're taking it in, and again, if they didn't destroy the continuity, they just kind of have something there for fans and then leave it alone. I'm fine with that, me personally. Do I just consider it canon? Probably not, but it's hard to say. I can't say for sure because I haven't seen it yet, so I can't make such a strong, bold, comment on it because, again, until I see it for myself, I can't, share an honest opinion and thought about the continuity-wise, about did they respect it, not. But, I think that me personally, I'm going to see it regardless and give it a chance, just like I did Black Adam.
Yep.
Because of the simple fact that regardless of whether we like it or not, this is probably going to be the last time, unless something dramatic changes down the road, they come to their senses, Zack strikes a deal, they sell it to Netflix, a dozen different other reasons of maybe. There's some big maybes. This will probably be the last time we see these characters, so I don't know, I'm just curious to what everybody, what about you, Game City? Are you gonna go see the movie in theaters when it comes out near you?
Yeah.
Right on.
So I can see what everybody's talking about. See what whatever kind of spoilers there is, what the James Gunn do to it or whatever.
Right.
This is just like a DC movie. The only DC movie I didn't watch is Batman. I don't really care for Batman standalones. So yeah.
I hear you. Let's go over real quick. I want to go over, and again, whether this movie is a good movie or a bad movie, till we see it with our own eyes, guys. I mean, we already know a lot of shit that's in it, and a lot of people don't like some of the shit that's in it, that's confirmed in it, and I understand. But till we all see it for their own eyes, we can't really, go too hard on it, or praise it too much neither. I just, the thing that bothers me is that it's just this company in general. It's not even that, I hate for Andy Muschietti's awesome, honestly, and as a director and a creative, and I hate these people getting shitted on. But it's not, you break it down at the end of the day, it's not these creatives' faults, it's the brand. And the brand has been so damaged and for so long. It just sucks because that they need this movie. On one hand, I almost don't want the movie to succeed just because of the fact that I know that Warner Brothers doesn't deserve the success from it because of all the ignorant decisions that they've made, and they clearly, in my opinion, haven't learned from their mistakes. And you see that they're clearly, in my opinion, paying certain celebrities to rant and rave about this movie. And that's what I want to go over. I want to know, how genuine do you guys think that these are? The marketing is, I've never seen marketing this strong for any Warner Brothers movie, or I'll just say, well, I won't say any, but any DC movie in the last 10 years, I have not seen marketing this strong, this over the top. It's like so over the top that it's almost, if you look right here, right, these are all the celebrities that have rant and raved about The Flash so far. So number one at the top,
Al Roker.
Yeah. But number one at the top, Edgar Wright, yep, them two, Terry Crews, Jaden Smith, Stephen King, Tom Cruise, Terry Crews, and there's a couple more, but this many A-list celebrities, it's just odd to me, that so many of them came out so strong prior to the movie coming out when they were ramping up the marketing, because I didn't see none of this for the Batman. I didn't see none of this for the Joker. I didn't see none of this for any Snyderverse films. I didn't see any of this for the Hamadaverse shit they were pushing for a while. I didn't see none of this for Black Adam. I didn't see none of this for, even I want to say even The Dark Knight Rises, you go back even that far. I know that a lot of people that as beloved as some movies were, and they had great, spectacular reviews, and they were solid. I don't remember this many, even that.
Yeah, can you go over the list again?
Of the DC movies, or of the
people were saying they like the movie.
Oh, so well, this, like I said, there's definitely more than this little list right here. One of them is one that you named, but this is just right, quick search. There's Edgar Wright, and he's pretty reputable, and I like Edgar Wright is pretty reputable. He's got some solid ass movies that he's been involved with, some solid work. Terry Crews. So we got Edgar Wright, Terry Crews, Jaden Smith, Stephen King, Tom Cruise. And there's at least 2 or 3 other ones that are on this list.
Yeah.
But that just seems like, like I said, this company is not in a good spot right now. David Zaslav has recently had to fire someone that he handpicked for CNN.
Yep.
And their stocks have fallen again. I don't know if you guys have seen tremendously. Yep. I heard that the rebrand for HBO Max to Max or whatever, that they're making it's a smoke screen, that they're making it look like it was a great smooth transition, but really it was hell behind the scenes.
Yep. And really, like, the only reason why I'm keeping HBO Max, and I'm still saying HBO Max, because to me, just saying Max is just kind of weird. Like, it's still a weird thing to say, like, hey, I have Max. But yeah, so for me, the only reason why I have HBO Max still is because I'm still looking forward to season 3 of The Warrior, and that's really it.
Pedro said, "I love Terry Crews, so do I. I love him, no homo, but that man got paid."
But really, like, for HBO Max, there really is nothing different other than, and really a lot of people aren't using it and are complaining about a lot of technical issues, like they can't go into the show or movie that they're watching, the audio is messed up, that sort of thing. But now I personally haven't had those issues yet. But yeah, a lot of people are having a lot of complaints with the rebuild of HBO Max.
Yeah, I heard, like I said, I heard something about it, a little bit about it, and from a couple of people, DM me and stuff. But I don't know how much, like I said, them are, a lot of it's not nothing that's completely like solid, like concrete that we can really, but I wouldn't doubt me at all. I mean, how massive a feat that is to take down a streaming service, rebrand it. They probably had to shuffle a lot of creatives behind the scenes that run the HBO service around, and they probably had to let people go, bring in, I mean, I don't know. I know that it's not as simple as it sounds. It's a massive, streaming service. But, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know that, let's get, the reviews for The Flash, right? So we're finally starting to see a couple of more honest reviews.
Yeah.
And let's go over them real quick. Like I said, and I wanna see now, like, what this Rotten Tomatoes score is now. And again, I know that Rotten Tomatoes isn't really, a good thing anymore to go off of. But a lot of the greatest movies that I love the most, Rotten Tomatoes shits on them. Critics shit on it.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to get, that's the TV series. I was like, yeah, right.
I just want to say with the Terry Crews and all that stuff, I think they're doing it to make sure that certain people that's not going to go out and watch The Flash, get people to watch
absolutely.
it, like the football fans and whoever else they talk to and stuff like that.
Yeah, to get a certain demographic in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the okay. Let's see. All right, so it's sitting at where? Why am I looking? I'm probably looking right past it, or is it not show?
Try to refresh it.
Okay, hold on. It's weird how it's showing it right now. This is.
Try looking up the Flash on their search bar.
Okay, yeah, that might do. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. All right, sitting at 71% fresh currently, and it hasn't came out. Oh my God, no, I don't want to enable ads. Jesus Christ. Or whatever. Yeah, you know, and a lot of, like I said, and this movie hasn't came out worldwide yet for the general audience to give their, you know, well, I mean, I don't know. The audience score is still not there. The tomato meter is still, there's still reviews coming in, but it seems like they paid their ass off to try to promote this and make sure this thing got positive reviews. You know, because it's clear that they're doing what they want now with the universe, and that's fine. You know, we've known that for a while. That's not no surprise, but it's at 71%. This early on, I would expect it to be higher though. Still,
and for a time, it was actually on 69%. Actually. So yeah, it really hasn't gone up that much since.
So even the positive reviews, we're all feeling a bit multiversed out right now in the wake of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But the Flash still speeds along nicely. No, and I mean, and that's not no mean feat when the movie's 2 hours and 25 minutes. So that's a fresh rating, and they still are like, yeah, because that was a stupid ass release window. They just kept shifting this movie, shifting it to put it right by a movie that's already a multiverse movie that's beloved worldwide and massive, like Into the Spider-Verse type shit. That wasn't smart, in my opinion. But positive review, and at the same time, backhanded diss. All right, positive review. The story gets messy. Positive review, backhanded fucking diss. Again, story gets messy. Multiple cameos and a rushed intro for Sasha Calle as Supergirl. But I like how it follows Keaton's war cry, let's get nuts. So basically, they played on the nostalgia, and it worked for this guy because it got them a positive review. And that's the only thing that worries me. It's like, how much of this movie is cameos and nostalgia carrying it? How much is the story actually worth a damn? Because that's what's been the problem since Zach has been removed, is what is the story? What are we trying to get to? What is the storytelling approach that we're, you know, what is the end game?
Yeah, and that's really a lot of the reviews that I've actually been seeing. Like, people are like, when I saw people when the review embargo lifted up over on Twitter, even people were saying that it does focus on nostalgia, and if you are basically a nostalgic person, like, everything was pretty much the same thing along the lines of, if you're very into nostalgia, you'll like this movie. Like people weren't even talking about the story; they were just mainly talking about the nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't see nobody talking about the story. Period. I haven't since this movie has started. They started pushing the marketing all the way till now, and it's actually out in some territories. Like. And I still don't see no one talking really about the story, except for to say, like, the story ain't great, or it's rushed, or it's lackluster. Yeah. And that's concerning to me.
I just know there's a Christopher Reeve cameo in there somewhere. They ain't gonna let that guy rest in peace.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I did hear about that.
They dug up poor old Christopher Reeve, man. Jeez, old Pete's. I love the guy. You know, back in the day. Like, let it rest, though, man.
Yeah,
that was a different time.
Yeah,
that was a way different time. This is another positive review. Now listen to what he says, though, or she says. Liz Shannon Miller, even in a vacuum or an alternate universe with no Spider-Verse or MCU, the Flash would feel just middling. But that's a positive review?
Yeah,
so why did you give it a positive review?
Yeah, that's a positive
That is
review
not-
somehow. That's a positive review somehow. Like that's the most. Like that's literally the most negative review I've seen yet from what you've read so far.
Here's
No.
the...
Maybe these people are
Right.
scared of getting hate mail or something, getting attacked on the internet or something like that.
Yeah, but again, but that's part of the gig, though. I mean, that's probably the case, but that's part of the gig. And if you can't take the heat in the kitchen, you got to find another job. I mean, but all right. First negative rotten review. The film's parade of "remember this" and jokes makes it the opposite of a reset. It's more like a scratched record.
Oh wow!
Second rotten review. Although it's not without some fun moments, which we all knew there'd be some, The Flash often substitutes cameos for genuine thrills, and a general aura of exhaustion hovers over it all. Positive review. Set to be one of the final entries in what we know as the DCU, this is also one of the best witty, warm buddy comedies that deserves to be more than just a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
That sounds...
haircut.
You mean?
Yeah,
I
that
get the
sounds...
point, but it's like really on so.
Positive review from this dude named Emmanuel, right? He says The Flash manages to piece together just enough fun moments, superficial fan service, and emotional scenes to limp past the cinematic finish line. Dude, how is that a positive review?
Yeah.
He said that they did just the bare minimum for it to limp past the finish line to basically not be a shit show. That's not a good review in my mind.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like this is something I mentioned in that Twitter thread that I told you about when we first started the stream, Sean. Like I straight up said in one of the posts in the Twitter thread that I do feel like this is going to be a Multiverse of Madness 2.0. Like I really do think that to be the case.
Right.
I bet the script was confusing to Ezra Miller, and he had his Multiverse of Madness.
And Michael Shannon.
Oh yeah.
And, so here's another positive one. The Flash is undeniably entertaining, full of humor, great action sequences, good dose of nostalgia, and with a sweet emotional story at its core. It's messy, but right here, but then he goes on to say it's messy, but still fun. Right there, he's saying that the story at its core is messy, but still fun. That is exactly what we're all afraid of, though.
Where were these people at on BVS?
Right, exactly. You can talk shit, but still give it a positive review. Where were all these people at on BVS? Where were all these people at during Man of Steel? I mean, okay, here's a negative one. The Flash is a superhero film that prioritizes silliness with a cheese factor of gargantuan proportions. Oh, hell no. No. But no actual entertainment value whatsoever. It's special effects heavy, and yet most shots involving an adequate amount of CGI or abysmal?
Abysmal, yeah. Abysmal.
That's not good. There's the criticism about the CGI we were talking about.
Yep.
And this is somebody who's seen the movie that is a critic or is leaving a review. Chris Sawin, bounding into cap.
Are you sure that's the final cut they're watching, or is that going to be this week? Or
that's definitely the final cut because this review was from June 9th. It's now the 11th.
Oh, okay.
So this is definitely from the final cut.
So yeah, you should have seen the final cut. You should have seen the final cut.
Because again, this movie is out in some areas.
Yep.
Let's see. Maybe like the it is possible that the cameos could be like still hidden from them at this point. But whatever the CGI is at this point is what it's going to be. They watched the final cut. Now maybe it could have been missing a cameo or an end credit scene, but I guarantee it probably was the whole thing. I guarantee it had all. I don't understand. I don't know, but this one is positive. It just says the entertainment factor is high. I'm not even going to take that one seriously because that's so quick and bland. That doesn't seem real. Rotten Tomatoes score: average writing, below average effects. Oh no! What's up?
My mom wants me to get you for dinner.
Okay, all right. Average writing, below average effects, and a refusal to embrace its emotional core make for a mediocre viewing experience far longer than The Flash provides anything great. Oof. Oh boy, we're gonna stop there.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I said, oh shit, nope, don't want to do that. Almost left the damn.
So they took out some of the emotion.
It's what it sounds like.
Yeah, James Gunn probably said, "Lift it up a little bit. We don't need any more sad stuff." And then he's gonna make it the saddest thing ever in June.
Yeah. It's just.
That reminds me of what's his name with the hat? John.
Campia.
No, the guy that does the comics with the hat. He made Stargirl. It's based off his sister or something like that.
Oh, Jeff Johns.
Yeah, Jeff Johns.
Oh, Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he did that with Titans. He bombed on Justice League, but then he tried to make Titans all dark and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nobody can't do what Zack Snyder does unless they're not Zack Snyder.
Exactly. They try in their own way, and I think the closest that they got to that was with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. I actually wasn't really for me at first, but I watched it and I actually there is some enjoyment to be had with Peacemaker. The Suicide Squad movie, The Suicide Squad, in my opinion, that movie was dog shit, and that was the closest that they tried to get to trying to walk that line with Zack's fucking style combined with James Gunn's goofy Ayer, combining Ayer and Snyder's tone with James Gunn.
And then killed all the characters though.
Yeah. Did a soft reboot, did a partial sequel / partial reboot, then took the characters and killed them all but Harley Quinn, basically.
Yeah.
Like the ones that carried over.
Yep. And
the only reason why Peacemaker was good enough, I'm not crazy about it, but it didn't stay too long. It came and it went, and it didn't, linger.
Right.
Yeah. And this is really something, and while we're on the topic of Suicide Squad real quick, I just remembered that actually today, when I was at work, I was helping being a bagger at my Kroger, and there was this customer that had a Harley Quinn shirt, and it was specifically the David Ayer Suicide Squad costume design from the Suicide Squad. And I said, "Hey, nice shirt." And she was like, "Thanks." And she asked me, "Do I know about the Ayer cut?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, I know about the Ayer cut." So the reason why I'm bringing this up, is even though the Ayer cut talk has kind of died down, there are still actual people that want to see the Ayer cut and want to see what it's about to this day. So yeah, there's that.
That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Release that damn Ayer cut. We're still waiting on that. And I think James Gunn is far enough into his universe now that there's no reason why, if he was going to greenlight the Ayer cut, that he shouldn't have done it already. They're in the middle of casting for his Superman movie. He's already got revealed what his slate is going to be if they allow him to create it or get to it, which we'll see what happens with that down the road. There's no telling.
I don't think he's going to release any cuts after a few movies after he created,
Yeah,
maybe.
Exactly. He's not going to want to tread back up an old universe. Yeah, he's not going to want to tread back up an old universe that he wants everyone to forget and get on board with his shit. That's why I already thought to myself when Ayer was talking about that online, I'm like, bro, he's playing you, bro. Come on, dog. We can't want the Ayer cut more than you. You got to fight for that shit. If Zack would have left it up in the air the way that Ayer is, we'd never have got that damn movie, and we almost didn't. We had to fight our asses off for that. Everyone had to come together and fight their ass off for that.
Planes and everything.
And this is the thing.
Exactly.
This is the thing too. Daniel actually brings up a really good point. with that new Max app would have been a perfect time for James to release the Air cut. Yes, it would have.
Yeah.
It really would have, because it's like not only are you getting an updated version of the app, but you're also getting the original Air cut, which would have drove in more subscribers instead of people saying, "Oh, it's just it's basically a video game update for a app." You could have been like, "Yo, with this new app, you're gonna get the Air cut. This is where you're gonna need to. This is where it's gonna be. This is a must see thing." Basically, it would have drove into more new subscribers instead of it just saying, "Oh, it's a new app and this is it." Like,
they could have just dumped it. They don't even have to make an announcement for real.
Yeah,
just let us discover it, and we would have been talking about it, and then it would have blew up, and then
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with Midwest 93. I think people still want to see the Air cut, but the fans are just, unfortunately, they're tired of fighting, right? And we got, and Air is not, he's not good at campaigning for it and keeping the fans enthused, and every time that he built up something, releasing script pages and getting the Snyder accounts to help, at the end, he just kind of backed out last minute and bowed to fucking WB and James Gunn, and it's just been kind of silent ever since. And now basically, from Air, it's just like it's just basically saying that it's I've spoke with Gunn and he said, yeah, it's a real possibility, but he deserves to make his universe. You're talking years down the line, bud, and nobody's gonna want to dig back up a dead universe, And but you guys, my dinner's done. My fiance is on my ass right now because my family's up there waiting for me to eat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna close down the live stream a little early, guys. I wanted to say what up to Ray, Daniel Martin, Midwest 93, The Jumper, many more in the comment section, guys, and Game City. And I think it's the first time we had John, brother, and that's cool, man. Hopefully you can come on, on the next one too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think I've been here like almost a year ago, but I can't remember.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think it's just been a minute, actually. Yeah, it's been a while. But all right, guys. I'm gonna close out. Thank you guys for joining. And Jeffrey, I'll talk to you in the DMs real soon, brother.
Okay, man.
All right, guys.
Yeah, have a good night. Y'all be safe.
Peace.
Bye.